and he was like, Faith, there's some really bad news. And I'm like, what kind of bad news would you have for me? Like, I am done. Do you understand? Like, can I fail months before convocation? Do you get? Because I already saw like my results and all of that, you know. And he was like, we cannot find any of your results for your 400 level second semester. You don't have any results. Did you register for the semester? And I'm like, yes, I registered for the semester. Like, why won't I register? It's like, Faith, are you sure you registered for the semester? I was like, sir, I registered. He said, okay, I'll call you back. So I'm like, why is he asking me that? Like, I'm like, why wouldn't I register? Do you get? But I didn't take it too serious. I'm like, it's not a big deal. And then my project supervisor calls me 1 hour later. Faith, I don't know what is happening, but the board sat on the examination board sat on results, and we couldn't find anybody with a first class grade. And obviously I was like, I know Faith is on the first class, so what is wrong? And then they investigated further and saw that I had no results. Yes! Guys, for 400 second semester. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is AFM Stories. Thank you guys for vibing with me. This is a little bit of faith where I share experiences and events that are significant that have happened in my life that I believe that, you know, should touch the lives of people, or I hope they will touch. Like, anyways, today I'm going to be having like a story time, testimony, miracle, anything you want to call it, kind of narration, where I will be talking about something crazy that happened to me in my final year of the university. So, you guys already know my history. By God's grace, I had like a strong academic background. And so I was like preparing for like my convocation, where I was supposed to win like, I think like 7 awards, something like that. Yeah, like best graduating in my department, in my faculty. And in my house, it was like celebration. Everybody was talking about, Faith, you're going to look pink. You're going to wear this dress. Let's not even talk about what happened in the end. But anyways, months before, Faith, you're going to look like this, you're going to dress like this. My mom was literally saying, my daughter is graduating with a first class. She's going to be best graduating. Like, everybody was literally excited. I was excited, you know, and I was preparing. Until, guys, I got a phone call. Hey! Anyways, I got one of the most, like, depressing, craziest, like, the kind of phone call that you cannot see coming. Like, in your wildest dreams, you would not imagine that that could happen. And it was from my head of department, so head of department of the History and International Relations department, because I was studying History and International Relations. And he called me, and I remember that it was in the evening, and he sounded very down. And I'm like, did something happen to him, or is he trying to reach someone? Because he had like a family member that was my friend. I'm like, okay, is he trying to reach her? Is there something up or something? And he was like, Faith, there's some really bad news. And I'm like, what kind of bad news would you have for me? Like, I am done. Do you understand? Like, can I fail months before convocation? Do you get? Because I already saw like my results and all of that. And I don't know if I saw my result, but I think I saw, I can't really remember. But everybody already knew that everybody was graduating, you know. And he was like, we cannot find any of your results for your 400 level second semester. You don't have any results. Did you register for the semester? And I'm like, yes, I registered for the semester. Like, why won't I register? It's like, Faith, are you sure you registered for the semester? I was like, sir, I registered. He said, okay, I'll call you back. So I'm like, why is he asking me that? Like, I'm like, why wouldn't I register? Do you get? But I didn't take it too serious. I'm like, it's not a big deal. And then my project supervisor calls me 1 hour later. Faith, I don't know what is happening, but the board sat on the examination board sat on results, and we couldn't find anybody with a first class grade. And obviously I was like, I know Faith is on the first class, so what is wrong? And then they investigated further and saw that I had no results. Yes! Guys, for 400 second semester. And he's like, they're saying that you do not register, and so you're going to have to retake this semester. I was like, sir? He said, have you spoken to your head of department? I said, yes. He said he's going to call me back. He was like, okay, don't worry, don't panic. Okay, at that point, I started panicking because let me just give you guys a quick backstory. So the way my school works is that you have like deadlines to register. There's like early registration, there's late registration. And when it's like really close to like exams, like if it's like, I think some weeks, you won't be able to change your registration. And after that, you have to do the courses that you've registered. Same with if you do not register for a course, you can't take the course, you have to do it next year. So now in my case, it wasn't one course, guys. It was the entire semester. Hey. God. The reality started hitting me like, subscribe to AFS Stories. I'm planning to graduate. Like, I'm going to graduate with a good grade. I've worked hard for 4 years. I have been registering from 100 level to 400 level. So what do you mean that I don't know how to register in my final year? Like, do you know how many months and years of practice I've had? And you're telling me I did not register? Like, I started replaying it. Like, if not that I went to register with like a group of my friends, I would have said that, okay, maybe they were right. And I started calling them and they were like, Faith, we all registered together. Like, I even got the printout. Unfortunately, I checked my whole house. I couldn't find the printout. Yeah, my village people were really working overtime. So anyways, it turns out that according to them, guys, I did not register. The next day, after obviously we went into prayers, everybody was praying, we were worried, and then my project supervisor, not my project supervisor, head of department calls me. And I've never heard him sound that sad. It sounded like he was crying. And that's when I knew that, okay, Faith, it is finished. Like, you know when you pray and you think, oh, he's calling, it's a miracle. And then, yeah, he was like, unfortunately, Faith, you're going to have to come back for an extra year. Guys, I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, it's not like I failed. Like, it's not like, do you know that kind of thing? Like, I told him that, sir, I wrote and passed exams. I attended all the classes. Like, I know. He's like, Faith, I know what you're saying, but the computer says you did not register. I said, sir. He said, are you sure? I said, sir, would I lie about this? Like, he was like, I don't know, there's nothing we can do, Faith. Like, this has happened in the past, and you know the way the school regulations work and everything. And yeah, he just hung up on me. Guys, if you see the cry I cried that day, hey! I cried and cried and cried and cried. Like, I cried my eyes out. Like, I couldn't breathe. Like, that's how much I cried, because it feels like you've worked hard, you've done all these things, and on your day of celebration, something just comes and takes it away from you. Do you get that kind of feeling? Like, I was just like, why me? Like, I was imagining myself going back to school. And you know, there's this stigma around, like, especially in Nigerian universities. I don't know how it is in like other countries, but in Nigerian universities, like, your matric number is going to show kind of like the year that you're back. And obviously people will know, because I feel like some people even knew about my grades, because even in like in the triumphant class awards, I think I even won like an award. Yeah. So I was just imagining how it was going to look, me coming back. Like, how do you want to explain it? Like, I was just really depressed, you know. And anyways, I think that was like on a Friday or something. But I know that that weekend I went to church. Now my word for that year, because every year I always tend to have like a word. So my word for that year was Psalm 74 verse 12, which is, for God is my King of old, my working salvation in the midst of the earth. So I went to church, and the Bible verse of that service was Psalm 74 verse 12. Obviously, my entire family always knows my word of the year, because I would print it out, I'll say it everywhere. So my mom looked at me and she's like, Faith, I think that this is your service. And I'm like, yeah, because this is such a crazy coincidence, you know. Even though I was still depressed because extra year, you know, if I didn't pass, like, it would have been easier to deal with, as opposed to knowing that you passed and then they're telling you have to take exams and you passed. So but what really shocked me was, like, the first thing the pastor said was that there is someone in this service and they will break protocol for you. I think he was even specific about it being a female. I can't remember, but I just knew that that word was for me. Like, and like I'd been so down like since I heard the news, but hearing that, I just felt like something beautiful was going to happen, you know. So I left the service, and a minute after I left the service, I got a call from my head of department, and it's like, Faith, I have an idea. And I'm like, okay, this is God. And I feel like the lecturers can join together to write a letter, or you write a letter and then everybody endorses it and try to explain that, oh yeah, our only first class student, she's been very studious, maybe it is an uncomfortable situation, whatever, but you have to come to school tomorrow. Now I was in Lagos, my school is in Ede, Osun State. That kind of situation, you don't think about the distance, whatever it is you're doing, you drop it and you go, you know. It's like, can you come to school tomorrow? I said, sir, I'm there first thing in the morning. Do you understand? So I went, I think I went with my brother, I can't remember, but we prayed obviously, and then I went to school, and then we did letters. There was a particular lecturer that did not like me, like we had like some issues, but he actually joined to write a letter for me. I was like, okay, God, I see you, you know. And surprisingly, there were also like other students who were in similar situations. And I remember that my head of department was like, you know, kind of like, all of you here should be happy that Faith is actually involved in this, because that's the only reason why we're actually taking this a little more seriously. Because obviously, you know, there's some people that you just feel like, anyways, lecturers have a perspective of people that they think that, oh, they're serious or they're not serious. So there was a kind of mix, you know, in that kind of dynamic. But it just looked like, okay, I had to be in that mix for everybody to be saved or something. I don't know, maybe God used me as Moses. Anyways, I sound narcissist. But anyways, I don't know, because I don't know why that happened, but I know that everything happens for a reason. So anyways, we wrote the letter, and he's like, I don't think this is going to work. I hope it's going to work. You know this, you know your school policies. But what just kept ringing in my head as he was telling me all the reasons why it would not work was, there's somebody in this service, they'll break protocol for you. Psalm 74 verse 12, for God is my king of old, my working salvation, the midst of the earth. And anyways, that's what kept ringing in my head, and we left. And a few days later, guys, no, I think they didn't even give us a feedback immediately. So we just kept waiting, and as the days passed, it just felt like, you know, all the reasons why it was not going to work started replaying, and I realized, you know what, okay, maybe this is not gonna work, you know. But anyways, eventually we got a call, and yeah, they said we could all come and register, like something they had never done before. Like, they wouldn't even allow you register a course, but they allowed all of us to register the entire semester, and they imputed our results that we actually got, you know. And long story short, you know, of course I graduated with my rightful results, and I collected my award. Like, this God is, what God cannot do does not exist. I think I will actually say that, you know. But that experience made me realize that, you know, miracles happen, and I don't know if there's someone in like a similar situation where you feel like things are not working the way they're supposed to work, or bad luck has happened to you, or sometimes it might just be God trying to use you to help other people, or God trying to use it to teach you a lesson, or God trying to help you to grow. So just keep praying, keep believing, and allow God to be himself in your life, you know. Yeah, I hope that this testimony inspired you. And if you want me to share more miracles, more testimonies, because I'm a walking, breathing miracle. I'm a child of God. My God is loud, you know. Let me know if you want me to share more inspiring stories like this. I'll be happy to share it. And if the story inspired you, please drop it in the comment section below. Let me know. And if you've had a similar experience, also let me know as well. My name is Faith Moyosore Akbola, aka AFM Stories. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like, please drop a comment, and please share this video with somebody that needs it. Thank you for watching, and bye. Bye. You still here? You still here? Oh. I'm trying to turn this chair because I have a friend that is here with me, and this is what she does. Like, she turns this chair, like she has turned it to 12. I think I might mention her name. Bye guys.